Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of April 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be on the 6th of the month that we will have this month's full moon. Now, this full moon will take place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with profound truth, profound change. It also has to do with wealth and your relationship with financial institutions, your ability to access resources, including financial resources as well. This is a part of the sky where you decide what stays and what goes. And this also has to do with your tapping consciously into an energy of what it is to be authentically you, your understanding of power, your understanding of the taboo, all of that is covered here. And so this full moon is doing something rather interesting. It is standing across the sky from Jupiter, and that brings with it a sense of heightened expectations. It can also bring with it over-promising as well. Missing key details can be part of the energy of this time. Heightened hope, even bragging, that can be part of this energy. And so you just want to be a little mindful that that tendency is there. For example, because this part of the sky has to do with financial agreements, including access to things like grants, loans, scholarships, benefits you may qualify for. Yeah, you just want to make sure that you are being measured in what it is that you are presenting, but also being really honest about the terms that are being presented to you, because this can be one of those moments where key details are overlooked that could end up being really important. And what I mean by that is, for example, you may feel very fortunate to access a loan, but you don't realize that actually the interest rate is likely to be higher than what it is that you had anticipated. Now, that's just one possibility here, but do keep in mind that is something that could happen, and just with your conscious attention can be negated. The other way, of course, personal change, personal transformation. If you're engaged in any kind of transformative journey, this energy can absolutely help you in that regard to make those changes. Now, at the same time, because this part of the sky has to do with your understanding of power, Jupiter standing across, you might really overdo it, overextend yourself, or perhaps find yourself in some sort of back and forth that feels a little bit like a power struggle, but isn't necessarily as obvious. So just, again, strive to stay in touch with yourself and what you really feel. That will be stirring very strongly now. And that really can be the pathway towards you deciding how it is that you want to respond to any given moment and situation. Now, as you navigate further, the 11th of the month is when we will have the luckiest day of the year. Now, this is for you taking place in a financial part of your sky. Now, I see this energy as overdoing it. This is money you earn, which is great, but it's also money you spend as well. Do keep in mind, on the 8th of April, Mercury goes into shadow, though Mercury does not go retrograde until the 20th. And I say that because there is going to be this feeling of generosity on your part, like you have so much to give. And that may mean financially as well. That may mean splurging on purchases. And if you have it, enjoy, have at it. It's a wonderful thing. However, if it is that perhaps that isn't the case, well, this energy can be used to connect more deeply with the things that truly matter within yourself, like healthy self-love and healthy self-esteem. Where it is that you're tapping into this energy in order to create more prosperity for yourself, you'll have some incredible ideas, and through your diligence and by connecting with others, consciously using this energy. Because that's the thing with Jupiter, you got to tap into it consciously and use it. If you do that, well, you may find yourself aligning with money-making possibilities and opportunities. Now, however, I want you to also keep in mind that as we navigate forward on the 20th, we're going to have a solar eclipse in this same part of the sky, the day that Mercury goes retrograde. That is a very different energy where the Sun and Jupiter together ask you to be proactive, ask you to go out there and make happen whatever it is that you want to make happen. The energy of an eclipse says, go with the flow and surrender. Eclipses are very much a wild card factor. So you are going to have to pace yourself a little bit, but also see what it is that the universe desires to present to you at that time. That eclipse is really interesting. It's close in the sky with Jupiter. Now that is energy I absolutely love. It's hopeful and expansive. And it is energy of protection. However, we do have somewhat of a Pluto square to this energy. That can get tricky because that suggests feeling like you got to do more, feeling like you got to hustle in some way, or really put in a lot of energy. In fact, pouring a lot of energy you find deep within yourself as part of you addressing a financial matter, or really looking at where you are in terms of self-love and self-esteem as well. Now, ultimately, these energies can be powerful and they really can help you to understand that much more deeply all the things within you that you can connect with, feel strong in, and feel good about as well. And you absolutely can. With the Sun conjunct Jupiter, you take the lead. However, later on in the month with that eclipse, you go with the flow and see what it is that the universe needs you to understand about how much you actually deserve to feel good about you. With that eclipse, I would be remiss if I didn't say, yeah, sometimes with that, an unexpected expense can come up. Now, it's going to be up to you to decide if you have it, how you're going to get it, how that's going to come together, because it's also possible that it's not necessarily something you need. It's more like a want. That is possible. Considering that Mercury's going retrograde that day, I would just be mindful, maybe not make large purchases, because what happens with Mercury direct is that you tend to change your mind. And especially with all this energy focused on money at a time like this, well, again, if you have it, it doesn't matter to you, then have at it, enjoy. But if it is something that you have to think about, well, then, yeah, take a little bit of a pause. I would use the energy in the early part of the month in order to make important purchases that may be something that you want to do as part of negating the, regret that Mercury retrograde is famous for. Now, where it comes to matters of love, it is going to be right out of the gate at the beginning of the month that Venus is continuing to move through a communicative part of your sky, which means that heart and mind are intimately connected for you now. I really love the energy on the 7th when Venus connects in harmony with Neptune in your sign. I think you'll really enjoy this energy. It's all about words, making promises, and speaking so sweetly it can't help but endear you to another or them to you. It is going to be, as we navigate further, right around the 11th is when Venus changes signs, and Venus will move into the foundation of your chart. And this makes love and the past intimately tied for you now. For those of you open to meeting someone new, the first part of the month does suggest that you could connect with someone perhaps online or intellectually at first before you consider the depth of comfort you feel with them. If you're connecting with people once we navigate past the 11th, well, this can suggest reconnections with loves from the past, or maybe reflecting on where you've been in love and understanding what worked and what didn't as part of moving forward. For those of you just starting to date someone, what a remarkable time this can be. In the context of dating, well, it is likely going to be a real desire to feel at home with this person that's going to matter more and more once we navigate towards the middle of the month. If you genuinely feel comfortable with this person, at home with this person, well, it is in private moments that love grows stronger. If you don't, that may not work for you moving forward from here. For those of you in an established bond, what a remarkable time this can be. In the context of established bonds, this is one of those moments where the two of you may be feeling like you want to create a sanctuary together. You're closing the door, shutting out the world, especially past the 11th and into next month as well, as Venus moves to the foundation of your chart, where forgiveness, of anything in the past needs to happen, well, it is this energy that can help in that regard, bonding the two of you that much closer together. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a valuable and meaningful astrological moment. I love how the energy now is encouraging you to get deeply honest with yourself, but also to understand what wealth and self-love look like for you. So much of this month has to do with you getting in touch with what authentically you can feel good about on that level of healthy self-esteem. You're doing the work and you're healing as part of learning to love yourself more. And from that place of inner love, your whole world can change. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate. Now, higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.